Hello and welcome to Retrocore. It's been a while, so let's do a review of another tablet. This is the N-One NPad Pro 8. Currently on sale on Yahoo auctions for around about 30,000 yen. So not too expensive, but then again not too cheap. So what do we get inside? Well, let's take a look. So opening up the box, you can see we've got no tablet because it's already been taken out. We have the manual and a SIM tool, so that's good. You can put a SIM in this, go online, USB-C cable and a power brick. Now this power brick is a 20-watt charging power brick, so not a super fast charger, but then again faster than your average charger, so not too bad. But what about the tablet itself? Well, let's take a look, and here it is. So yeah, nothing too redeeming about the look of the tablet, but I will tell you something, it is very, very light. So while I'm going around the features, I'll put the specs over there so you can take a look at the specs. So on the front we have a front-facing camera, and on the back of the device we've got absolutely nothing except a flash and the rear-facing camera. The back of the tablet is made of aluminium and feels very cool and light to the touch. Feels quite nice. As you can see here, on the illustrations, you can put in 2 SIM cards or a SIM and a micro SD card. Quite nice indeed. Now on the bottom of the device, we've got 2 speakers here. And also on the top of the device, we've got 2 speakers. And there's your SIM card tray as well. These are stereo speakers, so you do have dual stereo speakers. So whether you're holding the tablet this way or this way, you're still going to get dual stereo firing sound. On this side of the tablet we have the power button, and we also have the volume rocker there and the microphone and USB input for charging and transferring data. As you'd expect, it does have an IPS screen, so it's nice and vibrant, very easy to see on all angles, not a problem. And it is fairly responsive. Not bad at all. But the cameras on it, how are they? So according to the manual, the front camera sensor is 5 megapixels, while the back camera sensor is 13 megapixels. Screen size is 10.36 inches, and it has a Unisonic T616 8-core processor inside. Apparently the resolution is 2K, 2000 by 1200. It runs Android 12 and has a 6600 mAh battery. So how does it actually perform? Well, let's take a look at those cameras first, and let me tell you now, they're not as good as I expected them to be. So here we go, taking a look at the video quality on this NPad. How good is it? Well, according to the Open Camera app which I'm using, it should be 1080p at 30 frames per second. I'm interested to see what it sounds like because there's only one microphone on this thing, up at the top, right up here somewhere. But yeah, we'll see when I come to put this in the actual video. So you may be wondering why this video has a yellow tint to it. Well, that is mostly because it was filmed from the inside of a car and the car windows are blacked out. That's why. As you can see, the camera does seem to have issues with staying in focus. Now taking a look at some of the photographs, you'll see that using the stock camera actually has pretty washed out images, while the photos taken with the open source camera app, Open Camera that is, do seem to have a bit more detail in them. They're a little bit darker, but they do have a better color ratio. They're not as washed out. The contrast doesn't seem to be blowing out on them. So there you can see the camera quality, not exactly the best. But let's forget about the camera and let's take a look and see what this is like as an actual media player. So on here I have a 4K 60 frames per second video that I filmed in Osaka. This video is actually on my YouTube channel. So let's see if this actually plays it. Yeah, we know how the player works. Get off. Okay, let's see if it can handle this video. Well, apparently not. So I can't handle a 4K 60 frames per second video. As you can see, it's completely black. But we do have the sound. Let me just, let's just stop that, and maybe we had a bit of an issue with the app because it was being used for the first time ever. Okay, let's try again. Oh, there we go. And no, as you can see, it does not work. So I think asking this to play 4K 60 frames per second streamed video from the actual device is asking a little bit too much. But how about YouTube? Will it play a 4K YouTube stream? Well, let's boot up YouTube and take a look. Okay, we're at 480p HDR. So what we want to do is change that to the highest possible settings. And look at that, it'll only do 720p in HDR. Let's bring that back up again. Yeah. That is the highest resolution that this video will run at. Okay, well, 720p, 6 frames per second HDR. Let's see how that works. Now I've got to say that is very smooth. It does look very, very clear and very vibrant. I'm not sure how well it's coming across on this video, but that does look very, very nice. But considering this has a 2K screen, I would expect at least 1080p. Let me check one of my videos out and see if we can get that to work in 1080p. Okay, so here we are on the Retrocore channel. Now let me just see. I'm going to go back to that Osaka video again, this one, and see if we can get this to run in 4K when streaming from YouTube. (1080p). Come on, we must have a 4K option on here somewhere. Let's check. This video is actually a 4K video, but nope, 4K is not available. Only 1080p 30. That is a bit of a shame. But what is good is the stereo sound coming through these quad speakers is quite immersive actually. It's pretty decent. And just in case you're wondering, this is USJ, Universal Studios Japan, the Harry Potter World section. If you want to see the whole video, it's on the channel. Okay, so there's YouTube for you. Not as impressive as I was hoping. But how about gaming? What's this like for gaming? Well, we've got the controller here. Let's get a couple of games running and let's check it out. We'll start off with a bit of PlayStation and DuckStation. Now I must inform you that I have this on standard settings. I haven't changed any of the emulate settings, so this is as it is out of the box. Now you are watching this at 30 frames per second, not 60. So even though this game is running in 60, you're not seeing it in 60. But I can tell you that it is very smooth and doesn't seem to be skipping any frames. And input lag is, as you'd expect, with Android emulation. Not bad at all. Well, you know, emulating PlayStation isn't that difficult these days, is it? So why don't we put up the stakes a little bit and try a bit of Sega Saturn? I've got to say, the stereo effect on these quad speakers around the actual tablet do sound really nice. But what I want to see is if the actual introduction works, or will the video start skipping like crazy? Well, here it comes. And nope, that seems to be working just as you'd expect. No problem. Now let's see if the game works as we expect. Okay, now that is running at a higher resolution than a standard Sega Saturn. I can tell you that straight away. Alright, let's skip this introduction and get into the game. Oh no, Glitch City! Oh no! Now on this actual tablet, what's happened there? Great, I'm stuck. So on this actual tablet, the game has to run using Vulkan graphics drivers, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be working very well. If you use the open source graphic drivers, yeah, it probably won't work. Let's just switch over the graphics driver and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so here we are with the video core, so it's on Vulkan. Let's move to OpenGL. That's what most tablets use. And let's see if that works better, because this tablet is easily strong enough to run Sega Saturn emulation. But I'm not sure if this particular emulator is suitable for this particular tablet. Let's take a look. Maybe no. Maybe not. What's going on? Looks like it's crashed. Oh man. Okay, let's try a different game. We'll go with Quake, a 3D game. Let's see how that handles. Nope, that's crashed as well. Okay, well let's put the graphics driver back to Vulkan, and we'll try Quake again like that. Alright, at least it's running, but extremely slow. Yeah, okay. So, it seems that Saturn emulation on this device is definitely not something you're going to be doing. Yeah, that is very slow. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of that. But how about some Dreamcast? Let's check out some Dreamcast.
Welcome to Aviation Battle Championship. Hi there. I'm your DJ for the tournament, Greater Way. You all haven't fun yet.
Well, I'm happy to say at least Dreamcast is working perfectly fine, unlike Sega Saturn. Now unfortunately this device will not play GameCube. I have tried it, it just stutters like crazy. But how about standard Android games? Well, let's take a look at some of those running. So this is War Robots, a game which does have some pretty decent graphics. So let's see how it handles on this device. Oops, don't want to press that button. Right, where's my fire? No. Now, I can't figure out what the fire button is on the controller. That's okay. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to play it much, but as you can see, it is moving fairly well and smoothly as well. And we do have the graphics set to the higher level. Oops, someone's not going to be happy with me. Sorry, mate. Ooh, some nice stereo effects there on the sound. Okay, let's try a different game. Okay, here's Grim Valor. Hopefully this one will work with a controller. Seems to be working with a controller. That's good. Wow, I haven't actually played this game with a controller. It feels quite nice actually. As you can see, that is moving very smoothly. Looks good. Alright, so we have moved into vertical mode. And let's choose a raiding game. We'll go with Raiden Fighters 2. No, Raiden Fighters Jet. Arcade mode. Now normally this game on certain tablets will just freeze and start skipping like crazy. But on here, it seems to be behaving itself. Good to see. Okay, so we have taken a look at this device as a camera, not very good to be honest. As a media player, well, you know, it does up to 1080p, even though we got apparently a 2K screen. And as a games machine, yeah, not too bad. It does play some of the higher end stuff. Unfortunately, Sega Saturn doesn't work, but that could be just because of the emulator. But Dreamcast, PlayStation, Nintendo 64 works okay as well. You're not going to be playing any Wii or GameCube. That doesn't work. It's really, really dodgy. But standard Android games work pretty well also. But how about as a web browsing device? Well, let's take a look and see if it's any good. So what we'll do, we'll just go to one of my favorite forums. And I think I might have spelled that wrong there. Yeah, I did. Never mind, it's found it anyway. So let's get into that. And, it hasn't loaded up that properly, has it? Hang on. Let's go into desktop mode. There we go, that's better. And yeah, it seems to work reasonably well. Let's just go into one section here. And let's see how quickly we load up the Retro Games tab. Yeah, not too bad at all. It seems to be working as you'd expect. Pretty fast. But then again, we do have fast internet here. Alright. So yeah, as a web browser, maybe it's pretty decent. Seems to be reasonably good there. So, would I recommend this tablet? Well, currently the price is around about 30,000 yen here in Japan. Other countries, I imagine it'd be pretty similar. At that price, well, yeah. Tell you what it would be good for though, is putting it into a car as a navigation system. This thing does actually have a pretty decent GPS on it. I did try it out and about as a GPS, and as a GPS device I should say, and it worked pretty well. Not bad at all. So maybe should try it like that. Plus, if you haven't got a radio in your car, you can always use this as the radio. Unfortunately, you've got to plug in earphones so it bloody connects to something, or maybe just connect a cable to it. In fact, let's give that a try. Now obviously this device does not have a standard headphone socket on it, so I'm going to have to use one of these USB-C converters. Okay, let's switch it on, and it has actually started up, so let's see if we can tune it in. Got the volume on this. Nope, doesn't seem to want to work. That's bloody useless. Alright, next station. No. It's not doing anything, is it? Absolutely useless. Well, that doesn't work. So yeah, maybe you will not be using this as a radio. So anyway, would I recommend this device? Yeah, probably not. Anyway, till next time guys, take it easy, keep on gaming and enjoy your games. See ya.